What is up YouTube? It is Matty and we're going to try a live 3-star attack on, let's have a quick look at the base. It is number 12. It's a cleanup attack done by Stewie. Yes, it's a GoVaHo. And yeah, we just need the 3-star and it's a GoVaHo cleanup. Brian suggested that it would be a good one for me to clean, so that's what I'm going to try and do in this war. So firstly, really good value earthquake. You can see it gets to all the potential double giant bomb threats, also gets to the queen, so it completely opens up the base. So really perfect spot for an earthquake, so I'm going to mirror that and the attack angle. I'm going to try and make my golem not walk to the wizard tower, which his did, because that I think it would be better if the golem walked in, and see if I can use a couple of hogs to sort of go and take down those defenses anyway, and see if I can get it. He attacked his hogs starting from sort of like 8 o'clock and moving anti-clockwise. I am going to drop some hogs at 8 at night quite early to go and get the arch tower, but then I'm going to move clockwise and go the other way around, because I think getting the expo down a bit earlier and those back end arch towers and cannons, they'll go down no problem with my hogs when it comes to it, because the kill squad, as you can see, they're not really getting targeted by those defenses for such a long time. I'll be fine to do it that way, so I just think it's a better order to do it in, because then otherwise this whole side of the base is untouched for so long that nothing's going to the hogs fizzle out by the time they get to it. So yeah, I think I can offer a little bit of improvement on this raid. We'll have another look at it after, hopefully when I get the job done for the team. So let's have a quick look at the army comp. Slightly changed from Stewie's. I've taken a couple of less Valks, a couple more hogs, one extra wizard, less cleanup, because I'm going to use a couple of wizards for the cleanup. Spells the same, hero levels obviously the same, and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I'm just going to have one last look at which position he put his golems in. Whether I think the high value golem, which is the max one, was the one that ended up walking. Oh no, first golem first. See, I'd prefer to put the CC golem second. See what I can do. Okay, I think I am good. Just getting my head together, make sure I got all my thought process right. Okay, here we go. Golem 1, golem 2, 1 2 1 2 3. I'm going to drop our queen in over here. A couple of wall breakers in. They're going to break in nicely. I'm going to get the poison ready. In fact, I'm going to drop the EQ now. Poison. King. Valkyries. And then I'm going to drop Rage. And then I'm going to heal the Valkyries in a second. Now, there we go. A couple of hogs in over there, and then I'm going to actually start first giant over here. Look, 1 2 3 1. Get the hogs going in that side. I'm going to watch the king and queen ability now, just make sure I get that perfect as well, because that needs to be quite nice. Giant over here. Gonna send in some hogs. King ability there, look. Okay, giant down here. Couple of hogs. I'm going to pop the queen ability. I'm going to drop a goblin over here. I'm going to drop a wizard up here. I'm going to drop a wizard over here, right at the extremities, because I think I've pretty much got the 3-star. It was nice and clean. Hogs have got a lovely split on them. Yeah, got sweet. Absolutely trashed the base. Look how many hogs I've got left. Yeah, that seems to have worked very nicely for me. God, I'm quite impressed that it went so smoothly. I didn't quite expect it to be that straightforward in terms of time left. I've got pretty much a minute left on the raid. It's going to be like 55 seconds or something like that. Look at 57 seconds left on the clock. Kaboom! Absolutely destroyed it. Let's have a look at the moment that Matty snuck in. He got 3. Nice. Thank you, guys. No worries. Stewie, great plan. Okay, so let's have a look at the Stewie's hit, which is here. You can see on Coffee Black. And let's just analyse it a little bit deeper now, because I've got the 3. Actually smashed the base, so I copied a lot of his attack. Now he chose a perfect earthquake spot, which you can see open up that full base, which I spoke about before I went in. The golem positions. Now unfortunately his one golem walked. Now I don't think he expected that to happen. I was thinking he was hoping it would carry on to the wall, even though it was because of the distance away from the wizard tower. So you can see I placed mine slightly off to make sure it did go in. Now the advantage he had was that his wizards, when I took down that wizard tower and the air defense and the archer tower, so those sort of wizards going wayward up here, they're getting quite good value actually. They're helping him because it's going to eliminate, I think, a potential double giant bomb threat over there. So that's done him but I would prefer to get the tanking going inside the base and use a couple of suicide hogs for that, which is why I decided to go sort of the other way around the base. And yes, I didn't mind if a couple of suicide hogs went in, but watch what happens here. He sends a few hogs on that arch tower. They end up dying and getting hit by a spring. That one there is going to go. There he is. And then the rest of the hogs sort of he starts trickling round, but he's got an expo there just shooting and shooting and shooting, and it's just going to be sat there killing him for the whole raid. And there's just a big clump of defences up that way, and I thought, and you can see when the hogs sort of start converging through, they're going to end up hitting a giant bomb, and that's going to cause a bit of a problem. And I just thought, okay, well, if I change the angle of that and just switch it around a little bit, then that's only going to be able to happen. Look how many hogs he's got left here. He's got loads left. But watch what happens. They take down the sweeper. A big chunk of them move onto the giant bomb, get hit, and instantly half of them get wiped out, and then they just fizzle out. So I thought if I can stop that from happening, then that might help me with the raid, and I should be able to clear it with quite a few hogs left. Particularly if the king and the queen start, they're tanking for those defences. And here he's got quite a bit of cleanup left, but it's just because the defences are there, it's just not going to work out. He's got no hogs as well to help with the cleanup. So I went back. I looked at his army. So oh no, wrong one. Sorry. If I go into Stewie, I paused here and looked at his army, and I think if both golems go in, eight Valkyries is a bit too much. So the first thing I did was drop a couple of Valkyries from that, which allowed me to add an extra giant, an extra couple of hogs in. I also thought the minion and the archer were kind of pointless, so I added it up to 7 wizards, because I noticed at the start, let's have to look after the earthquake. I think at the start up here he drops 3 wizards on the one side and 2 wizards on the other side, and I thought I'll keep that. So that's 5 wizards at the start, add 2 for cleanup, that's 7 wizards. That's all I needed because the funnel worked beautifully. So I kept that, and then I just built the army around that and found that I had 18 hogs instead of 16. Let's have one last look at my attack then. So how how it worked out, because looking at it from like an eagle eye view instead of a actual raiding view is a bit different. So the golems were in a lot better position. They didn't walk. The wizards did a good job in funneling, which worked quite nice. I was hoping they were going to take down the archer tower. We're going to see if they actually did that, because you got to admit, when you plan this stuff out, but when it actually is happening, you can't see everything on the screen. You can't watch everything. But the archer tower went down, which was perfect. The earthquake I dropped a little bit late. I was meant to do that at the start of the raid, but it's fine. I did it on the fly because I'd watched it back so many times just to try and get the position of the earthquake, because it was so perfect that I wanted to make sure that I hit the same. Poison down nice and early as well. That worked beautifully, and you can see the Valkyries now just powering through. And at this point I dropped a heal just to help keep them alive. The queen went down nice and quick. Those couple of hogs I wanted to get that arch tower so I didn't like crossfire and hit the queen. and that those hogs, I assumed they were going to spring. In fact, they didn't. One of them did, but I think that the other took down the cannon, which I didn't expect. And you can see those northern hogs. They're essentially, I was going to say they're suicide hogs, but the queen ended up being the one that tanked those defences. And you can see here, just using those giants to tank, I knew that I was going to need it down the south side. The heroes have stuck the top side, and now just look at the defences that are left. There's really not that many, so I can just almost spam those hogs in. There's no traps down there whatsoever, and they're just going to melt through those final defences quickly, and before you know it, boom, last defence is gone, and all those hogs are now clean up. Wizards on the extremities to get the to help with the taking down those outward buildings, and suddenly I've got queen alive, golem alive, archers, wizards, hogs, everything. So yeah, I think it goes to show again the difference you can make in a raid just by some very minor changes in timing, in the way you drop the troops to convert into an absolute wreck. So I really hope that you guys quite like that video, because I thought it was pretty good. So anyway, let me know your thoughts. As always, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.